this Advent, we will meet some of the characters of Christmas. Today, listen to the story of Joseph. Now, the birth of Jesus, the Messiah, took place in this way. When his mother Mary had been engaged to Joseph, but before they lived together, she was found to be pregnant from the Holy Spirit. Her husband, Joseph, being a righteous man and unwilling to expose her to public disgrace, planned to divorce her quietly. But just when he had resolved to do this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife, for the child conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will bear a son, and you are to name him Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins."
What am I going to do? Every time I think I know things, I don't know anything. Oh, Holy One, oh Adonai, how can you do this to me? What have I ever done to you? I always feel closest to you when I come here to my workshop. You are the creator of the earth. You make everything. All things are possible with you. And when I feel these tools, I feel close to you. I feel as if I have your pleasure, but now you do these things to me. I have no one to talk to except you, and you never talk back. Oh, I feel so much like Joseph, my namesake. Every time it seemed like his life was going well, you pull the rug out from under him. You give him that beautiful coat, his father loves him, and then his brothers sell him away into slavery. He rises to be the head of his master's household, and you throw him into jail. Up, down, up, down. You can't make up your mind about your people. And that's what you've done to me. You give me this beautiful shop. I think, I'll live a quiet life, just working with my tools and my wood, and then you bring her into my life, my beautiful Sarah. Oh, I thought, now I'll have a family. Maybe I'll have a son who can take over my shop, but then we can't have any children. Why would you bring her to me and then let us have a single child all those years? But we grew accustomed to one another. We fell in love with one another. We had a good life, a very good life. Then you snatch her from me. Take her away. Now I'm alone again. How many nights I wept. You recall how many nights I wept. But then, so what? There are a lot of people who live alone. There are lots of people who get by fine. I'll do okay, and I come back to my shop. I begin to create things again. I begin to work with my hands. I become happy, just you and me here. And now this, you bring this girl into my life, this Mary. I didn't expect this miracle, this unbelievable gift. I know. It was arranged just because I have a little shop. I have a little bit of money. Her family, they're peasants. They just want her to have a little something. I know it's not about me. It's about my money. But truly, this is a surprise to me. I think she really likes me. And I know I like her. I think we'll be good together. You gave me this miracle, this joy out of nowhere. I never thought now I have someone to share my life with. I'll have somebody I can be with for the rest of my life, somebody who'll cook for me, somebody we can laugh together. And now this! She has a baby, and it's not mine. How can you do this to me? What am I supposed to do about this? I care about her so much. She cares about me. And she tells me the baby is your baby. Now listen, I know all children are your children, but this is impossible. Yes, I know all things are possible with you, but this, no. I don't know who this father is. She won't tell me. She says it's you. What am I supposed to do, Holy One? How can I move? I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm confused. I know what you're telling me. I know. Go talk to your rabbi. That man, he knows nothing. Hey, Ezekiel, he's never worked a day in his life. He has soft hands, sitting in the marketplace with his Pharisee friends, acting like a big shot. Just because he can quote the Torah, this, that. He knows nothing. He might know the Torah, but he doesn't know you the way I do. I can tell you that. The way he treats other people, looking down upon them. He and his Pharisee friends acting like they are owed some kind of honor just because of their positions. People coming up to them, telling them this and that, the other thing. But I see what they do to people. They take your law and they use it. They use it against people. You remember that young girl, just like my Mary. She has a baby with no husband. It happens. What do they do to her? They scorn her. They make her family kick her out on the street. And now I see her begging, and that little girl that she has is nothing but a pauper. You call that compassion? You call that justice? That's your law? I don't think so. That's what they think. It makes them look like a big shot. They can make people do what they want them to do. And you want me to go talk to that man? That will be the day I talk to Ezekiel. I have no one to talk to. No place to turn. What am I supposed to do? I know. Your law is perfect. You are perfect. Ezekiel, he's always quoting the parts that he likes. But he seems to miss the parts that you like. Yes, I remember. Adam and Eve, you remember what they did to you? They disappointed you. They turned their backs on you. What do? Did you destroy them? No, you gave them some nice clothes. Sent them on their way. You were very, very kind to them. And how about your people? I remember what you said to the prophet Hosea. My heart burns in compassion. How can I turn away from my own people? You should have destroyed us time and time again, but yet you treat us with compassion. You even told Moses. I remember what you said to Moses. You are a God of love and faithfulness, yes, showing compassion and forgiving sin. Forgiving sin. That Ezekiel, all he wants to do is make people suffer for their sins. He quotes the Torah. but he doesn't know your heart. So what am I supposed to do? I have no one to talk to, no place to turn. So Mary, I love her. I do. I love her. She's broken my heart. I know what I can do. I'll just divorce her. I'll just say things aren't working out. People will wonder what's happened. I'll just say, she's too young for me. Maybe I'm too old for her. It just wasn't a good match. There are a lot of old people walking around by themselves. I'll just walk around by myself. Come here to my shop, mind my own business, get on with my life, and she can get on with hers. Yes, that's what, if I divorce her, she can just go live with a relative someplace else and have the baby there. But they'll ask, who's the father? And she'll have no answer. She'll tell them, you are. No one will believe that. I'm telling you, no one will believe that. I can't kick her out on the street? No. Divorce her? No. What am I supposed to do, Adonai? I know. I'll take her to be my wife. Yes. I'll tell everyone the baby's mine. I'll put up with this. I'll suffer for her. What if it's a girl? What should I name her? How about Sarah? Do you think Mary would like that name? Sarah? She would remind me of. But if it's a boy, I know I won't name him Ezekiel. Maybe Abraham. No, that doesn't make sense. Holy One, you are clever. I understand. Yes. If it's a boy, he will save me in my old age. He will grow up to take care of me. Yes. Now I see what you are doing. Aha! This child is not mine, but he will care for me. I will name him Joshua. Jesus. Yes, he will save me in my old age. And I will teach him. I will teach him how to work with his hands, how to talk to people. And I will teach him about your law, every word. And I will teach him about you and your love. And I will tell him that unless he is more compassionate even than the rabbi, he will never know you. Yes, if it's a boy, I will name him Jesus. Thank you, Holy One. You always answer my prayer. Not the way I want them, but you always answer my prayer. I must go and talk to Mary.
Many years later, Jesus would grow up to be the greatest rabbi in history. In his most famous sermon, he said this: "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I come not to abolish, but to fulfill. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth pass away, not one letter, not one stroke of a letter will pass from the law until all is accomplished. Therefore, whoever breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do the same will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does them and teaches them will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." This is the story of Joseph.